Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Week 6 Maritime English course. So, for today, before we go to our next topic for our discussion, we will have some small quizzes or pop quizzes that about the what we discussed last time. Okay, so first, again, I will be your instructor for today. My name is Elaine. So, here, as part of our exam today or our quizzes today. So we have here the adjectives. So as a recap, I have here some examples. So I have some choices here. As you can see, we have pretty, black, round, and big. So these are the adjectives. So we're going to use it properly based on the given sentences. So for example, here we have Mrs. Kim is blank. So what can we choose here? A proper adjective that can describe Mrs. Kim. So we can say that Mrs. Kim is pretty. So pretty is an example of adjectives. She is slim and tall. She has blank hair, blank face, blank eyes, and pointed nose and red lips. So what can be the proper adjective to describe the hair, face, and the eyes? So we can say that she has black hair, round face, and big eyes. You see? So these are the example or like a describing adjectives. So to describe the picture here are Mrs. Kim. Another one. We have here a man. See? And our adjective here that we're going to use is the word tall, black, blue, handsome. So John is a blank and attractive. So what can be um, a a word or an adjective that best describe John? So John is tall and attractive. He is good looking and he has a blank hair, round face, and blank eyes, pointed nose, and small lips. So what can we use to describe the hair? So if we will base on this picture, we can say that John has black hair. And he also has blue eyes. He is also handsome. So, these are adjective that we use to describe John. So, this time I have here a sentence. So, we're going to spot the adjectives. So, in this sentence, we have here Olivia brought a sparkly dress for herself. So this time, Olivia, the word Olivia is a name of a person. But the modifying noun here will be the dress. So the adjective here will be the word sparkly because the adjective modifies the noun dress. So here, we have another one. I have here a watermelon. So we have the juicy watermelon was delicious. So what do you think is the adjective here? So I have the word juicy. Describe it or it modifies the watermelon. So do you think this is the only adjective here? Can you spot another adjective? So I have here also the word delicious because it also modifies our noun watermelon, right? So this time, I have here a pizza. So Max cooked a delicious pizza for us last night. So where will be our adjectives? Can you spot the adjective? So this is the word delicious. So the word delicious or our adjective here, it modifies the pizza. So this is will be our noun. So here, so part of the adjective also is what you call the size. So when we say size, it's also as an adjective. So I have here the ants. So ants because it's more than one, so it's plural, right? So what can you say or what can we use to describe the ants? Regarding to its size, it will be tiny. So because their ants are very small. I have here also the color. So color, as you can remember, in our order of adjectives, color is part of the adjective also because it's also it will give us information. So for this picture I have here the mango. So what can you describe this picture in terms of its color? So it can be green or yellow. So this time, based on the picture, it will be yellow. But there will be also a green mango, right? You can also use the word green. But in this one, as you can see here, it's yellow. So numbers, this time, how many? So if it answered the question, how many? So it means it's asking about the numbers. So numbers also is part of the adjectives. So since I have here a banana, so how many bananas I have? If you will count, we have one, two, and three. So the answer will be three. So we have three banana. So look at this time. The question is how does it feel? So this adjectives falls on the opinion. So as you can see here, what can we say or what can we describe about this cake? Right? So we have here sweet and the other choices is the sour. So we all know that this cake is sweet. So the cake is sweet. So that will be our adjective to describe the cake. And this one, how does it feel? So it also falls in our opinion. So we have here the pillow. So what do you think the texture of this pillow? Is it soft or hard? So pillow will be soft, of course. The word soft also is part of our adjectives. So basically, the describing adjectives is we always use in our daily conversation. It's just giving an information. So here, about the shape. The shape is also part of the adjectives. So we have here the watermelon, the sliced watermelon. So what do you think is the shape? Of course, as you can see, it is, oh, it's triangle, sorry. So it will be triangle. As you can see, this is a sliced watermelon. But if it's not, if you will get the whole watermelon, it's circle. So shape is part of our adjective. So look at this dog. So we have here another example, the dog. So the question is, how does it behave? So it's simply describing the dog. So this time, we have here choices slow or hungry, right? They are calm, so they will be slow. So the dog is slow. Okay? So that will be our describing adjectives. So this time, as part of our adjective as well, is what we call the demonstrative adjectives. As you remember, the these, that, and those. So I already explained before that if you're talking something about closer to the speaker, so you're going to use this if it's singular. But if it's plural, you're going to use the word this with letter E. And if you're pointing something far, that singular noun or singular, that you modify something singular, we're going to use the word that. And if it's plural and still the speaker is talking something far away, we're going to use the word those. So for this example, I am I have here this. I am the captain of blank ship. So this is the ship and he is the captain, right? So what will be our correct demonstrative? Is it that, this, or this? Based on this picture, what do you think? So this will be, is it this? Let's see. If we will choose this, do we have the correct answer? Yes. So because, as you can see, he is closer, right? The captain is in the ship. So it's closer to him. So we use the word this. Another one. So blank cruise ship is huge. So as you can see here, the girl here is pointing out the cruise ship. This is our cruise ship. So what will be our demonstrative here? Is it that, this, or this? pointing something, only one. So it will be that. So do we have the correct answer here? Let's see. Let's submit our answer and it will be, oh no, it's wrong. So it will be the word so here, this one. Look at this. So it's talking about this ladder. So blank is a short ladder. So what will be our answer here? Is this, those, or that? Let's see. If we choose this, the word this, do we have the correct answer? I think I have this to fix. Ang inang to. Mahali-mahali. So this time, I have here this birds. So it's pointing the birds, right? So we have here the birds. So what can be a demonstrative that can we use? So this is the word those because these are plural. Okay? So here, we already have the answer. But this one, as you can see, we have here the buckets. So we use the word this because it's plural. So it's pointing closer. As you can see, if this is the speaker and it's pointing closer to the speaker, the buckets, and it's plural, we use the word or the demonstrative adjective this with letter E. Okay? Just don't be confused on this word. They pronounce almost the same but different meaning. As you can see, the word this with the I is we use only if it's singular or only one. If it's only one bucket, and then we're going to use the word this. But in this picture or in this example, we have more than one. So it means it's plural. So for plural, we use the word this with letter E. Okay? Another one. A pair of shoes. So this one. So we only have one pair, right? So we are going to use the word this. So this is will be the ano. The correct answer here for this one is the word this because it's only one pair. Okay? So we have here the cargo. So here in the cargo, as you can see, the finger now, the finger is far away. So pointing something far away. Right? So what will be our demonstrative adjectives here? So we have here, when we're pointing out something far, so we are going to use the word those. Okay? So we have here the word. Let's see. Do we have here the correct one? Yes, we have. So meaning, so this time we have those because it's plural, right? So, but it's something or it's far away from the speaker. That's why we use the word those. But if it's closer, take this one, or the speaker is closer to the modifying noun or verb, we use the word that. Another one here. So again, the speaker here is pointing something far, right? So what will be our example here? Something far again. So the demonstrative that we're going to use, it's either that or those. So what do you think is the correct answer here? So remember, again, we will use the word that if it's singular and those for plural. So here we have 1, 2, and 3 trucks. So there are plural. So we're going to use the word, the demonstrative adjective, those. Okay? So next. So this time we have here, as you remember, the degree of comparison. So I have here some example. So here is the regular noun that we have. So we have the word long. If you're comparing it, now we have the ruler is long, right? But if we're going to compare it with another noun, like this, we have here this time a rope. So rope is longer than the ruler. So if we're comparing two nouns or comparing two things, we just simply add er at the end of the noun. But if we are comparing two or more noun or two or more things, this time it will be in our superlative form. So we just simply add an est at the end of the noun or the end of our adjectives. So this road is the longest among these two measurements, right? We can say this one. So another one here, we have here the penguin. Penguins are small, right? So they are the positive form. We have here the word small. And comparing it to this one, the crab, crab is smaller than the penguin. See? We just add ER followed by the word than because we are comparing these two things. But if we will put another one, so this is an ant. So ant is the smallest of these animals. So we can say that. So we just add EST to compare this, the ant to other animals. So we're comparing now two or more than two animals. Another example here is the word big. It will become bigger. So this time, as you can see here, the letter G, we double the letter G before we add the ER. So there are no words that only, if we will just add ER in the word big, that's wrong. So the correct English spelling for this is we double the last letter. Then we will add the ER for comparison or comparative and EST for superlative. So pig is big, but the elephant is bigger than the pig. But for comparing these two animals, we have here an example, the dinosaur. Dinosaur is the biggest among these animals. So we use biggest for superlative. Another regular adjective here, or regular verb or noun, we have the word hot. So this hot chocolate. So we can say it hot, but the fire is hotter than the hot chocolate or a coffee. And we have here the sun. The sun is the hottest among this heat. Okay? Remember, comparing two or more, we just add EST. Another regular one is the cold, colder, and coldest. We also have here slow. The turtle is slow, but the caterpillar is slower. And the slowest will be the snail. Here, as you can see here in the bottom part example, we have here is what we call the irregular adjective because we completely change the spelling. So we have here good for the positive one, and also we have here better for comparative. So comparing these two, so we have the word better. So there are no words such as gooder. Okay? We don't add ER and EST this time. So we don't say good, gooder, or goodest. It's a wrong English word. Okay? So the correct one will be the good, better, best. Same as this one. Another example, the bad, worse, and worst. As you can see, the pronunciation here is worse, while this one is with the T sound. So worst. There is no word also as bad, badder, or baddest. Okay? It's a no-no word. So it's completely change of spelling. So here, comparing these two animals again. So the elephant here, as you can see here, our example, the elephant is bigger than the mouse. So this is done, okay? So they're comparing two animals. So we use the word or the comparative form bigger, okay? Because there are two. Same as this one. We have the bunny and the turtle. So we have here our adjective faster. So we have the ER, okay? Because you're comparing two animals. So the bunny and the turtle. So the bunny is faster than the turtle. Okay? So here, as you can see here, we add more. We have here another comparison. So we add more. So we have the snail. So we have one, two, and three. So comparing this, the snail is slowest than the three of them. So we're comparing these three animals. So we have in a superlative form of adjective. So our clue here will be this, or three of them. So all of them is also our clue. So followed by the word than. Okay? Here. She ran faster than the others. So as you can see here in the picture, the girl is joining a marathon, right? So she ran faster than the others or the other uh, candidate. So here, I have here through three example of ships. So they are different ship, right? The yacht, as you can see here, this is our yacht, is bigger than the sailboat. So we are comparing these two only. As you can see here also in the picture, the sailboat is small. Although it's big, but the yacht is bigger than the sailboat. So we have here the word bigger. While the cruise ship is the biggest of them all, right? Comparing these ships or these boats, the cruise ship is the biggest. So we have bigger and biggest. So here. So I have here the order of adjectives. So it's for all of you. As a recap here, you have to memorize this order of adjectives because you cannot rumble this step. So to determine the proper order of adjective, we have to memorize this one. So the first we have the article. So it's simply the word the, a, or an, right? Simply article. So the first thing that we need to remember is about the number. So first is the number. Next is the opinion. Opinion can be a describing adjective. The size. We have also here the age and the shape, color, origin, and lastly, the material. So for us to remember here easily, if we will get the first letter here from the number, opinion, size, age, shape, and color, origin, and material, we will form the word anosascom. So remember only the word nosascom. So that is the proper order of the adjective. So I have here, as you can see, I have here two sets of adjective. So what can be or what will be the proper order of this adjective to describe this bottle? So it can be a small plastic bottle, or it will be plastic small bottle. So what do you think is the proper order of the adjective? So we have to think of this, the word danosascom. Remember? So it will be a small plastic bottle. Why? Because here the nosascom, remember, small is size, right? So the size comes first before the plastic, because plastic fall in the material. So material is the last step in our orders of the adjective. So this the word small fall on the size, while the plastic is in the material. So I have here another one. Red fast or fast red. What is the proper order of the adjectives here? We have a blank car. Is it a red fast or fast red? So for us to remember this, always remember the nosascom. Number, opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, and material. So red is color, right? So the word fast. Now fast will be the opinion. So we have two here, color and opinion. So what will be the first one? Is it opinion and color or color and opinion? To remember the nosascom, it's number. We don't have number here. So we skip on that. We have opinion. So yes, we have the word fast. So it will go this one first. So we have the fast. And next will be the colors. So opinion first and then followed by the color. So the correct adjectives will be a fast red car. So here, I have here a kitchen. What a blank kitchen. Is it nice white or white nice? So is it opinion and color or color followed by the opinion? So it will be nice white. So what a nice white kitchen. So opinion first, followed by the color. Another here. So this time we have three adjectives. So we have wooden, small, round. Or we have here small, round, wooden. So what do you think is our proper order of adjectives here? So we have what? Following our no SASCOM. So number, we don't have number. Do we have here opinion? I don't think so. So we will be skip on that. Another one will be, what will be next in our opinion is our size. Do we have size? Yes, we have. So this is small. So our answer here will be small, round, wooden. So let's check. After the size, it should be followed by the age. So we don't have age, so we will be skip on that. So we, after the age, it will be the shape. Is it correct? Yes. So size and then shape. And lastly, the wooden. Wooden is fall on our material. So will be our correct order of adjectives. So what a small, round, wooden uh, table kitchen. Okay? So here, I have here another one. So, okay. So I have here the box. So I have here the box or a gift. So what will be our proper order of adjectives here? So we have the adjectives, the given adjectives here. We have square, big, orange, or we have big, square, orange. I received a blank gift. Here, this one. So following our order of adjectives, it will be big, square, orange. So from our nosascom, we have here the size, okay, followed by the shape, and then lastly the color. So nosascom, size, shape, and color. So it will be, I received a big square orange gift. So this one, we have the adjective is sturdy and yellow or yellow sturdy. So it's talking about the helmet here. So this guy is wearing a helmet. He wear a helmet for work. So what will be our adjective or the proper order of adjective here? Is it sturdy and yellow or yellow and sturdy? So it will be sturdy yellow. So because sturdy is fall on our opinion. After the number right, the letter O, opinion, sturdy, followed by the color. So he wear a sturdy yellow helmet for work. Okay? So that will be our order of adjectives. So we just have to follow the NOSASCOM. Just remember those NOSASCOM, the number, um, opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, and material. If you remember those properly, and then you can answer this order of adjective correctly, because we cannot rumble those orders. So here, as a recap also, part of our short quizzes is about the adverb, right? Remember the adverb? Adverb modifies an active verb or a verb phrase by expressing manner, place, time, degree, or number. So how are we going to identify the adverb? I have here example, so you can see here. Let's see. The cat quietly follows the mouse. So what do you think is the adverb here? Based on our uh, based on our description about adverbs, it modifies the verb, right? So verb are the action word. So here in this sentence, we have here the word follow. So this will be our verb. So it says it modifies this verb. So it will be, the adverb will be quietly. Usually, as you will notice in our adverb always, or most of them, have ly. So at the end of the adjective, quietly. So to make it an adverb, so quiet is our adjective, right? But if you add the ly, it will become quietly. It now, the word, the adjective here, it will become adverb because it modifies our verb. Okay? So you can see here. That's the adverb modifying verb. So here, we have here the storm bring blank rain. So what do you think is the proper adverb here? So we have here heavily. See, this is adjective. Okay? Heavy. It describes the rain. Brings heavy rain. If we're looking for an adjective, this will be the correct one. But if we will be asking for an adverb, this is the correct one. As you can see here, as part of our rule, if it ends with Y, we simply change Y to I. And then we add the ly. So the storm bring heavily rain. So it is adverb. Okay? So here, we just simply identify the adverbs on the given sentence. So some sentences here, they have um, more than one. It can be three given adverbs. So in our first sentence here, giraffes are very tall and have extremely long tongue. So these are giraffes. So where is our adverb? So what will be our adverb here? So the adverb is the word very, and extremely. Why do you think very is our sus- adverb here? So the word here very is our adverb of what? It's our adverb of frequency, right? Remember our another adverb of frequency, the always, usually, often. So that's it. It falls on that adverb. So here we have extremely. So we have ly here. Extremely long tongue. Hmm. And our next example here, number 2, we have they are fed daily and like fruits and vegetables. So what will be our adverb here? So we have here the word daily. So again, this is an example of adverb of frequency. So meaning they usually do this daily. It's 100%, right? Another one, number 3, we have they eat mostly acacia leaves, munching them quickly because they really like them. So we have they eat mostly acacia leaves, munching them quickly because they really like them. So as you can see here, can you help me identify some adverbs? Let's see how many adverbs we have here on this sentence. So we have the word mostly. So again, it ends with ly. What else? Can you spot another adverbs? So we have here the word quickly. Is it only two? Do you spot another one? I can see also the word really. So really, quickly, and mostly is our adverbs. Okay, number 4. We have here giraffes walk slowly and lazily, stretching their necks up to the trees. So here, we can see distinctly our adverb here. So we have here the word slowly and lazily. So they're all ending with ly. Okay, as you can see here, the lazily. The word lazy or the adverb lazy, it ends with y, right? But since we were going to add ly, we change y to I before we add the word ly to make it an adverb. Okay, number 5, we have here, even baby giraffes moves gracefully and carefully. Here, we can easily identify the adverb here. So we have gracefully and carefully. So they are all they're both ending with ly. Number 6, we have I always try to see the giraffes when I go to the zoo. Here, it's a bit tricky, right? So, can you identify? Can you spot the adverb here? There's no adjective here that ends with ly. So, what will be our adverb? So, this time we have here the word always, because the word always is our adverbs of frequency. When we say frequency, if you will remember our adverb here or the word always, it's under the pyramid, right? It falls in the 100%. So meaning you're doing it every day, always. Here, next one. My family used to go to the zoo weekly, but now we don't go very often. So, I spot two adverbs here. So, what do you think is our adverb here? We have, of course, the word weekly. So, what do you think is the another one? The another adverb here that you can spot is the word very often. So, it falls again to our adverb of frequency, like this one, the always and the very, right? Okay, the last example. I can't wait to go to the zoo tomorrow to see the giraffes. What will be our adverb here? There will be another word here that you can spot as our adverb. So we have here the adverb of time. So time, it answered the question when the things happen. Oh, it answered the question when. So the adverb here is tomorrow. So this is an adverb of time because it answered the question when or when the action happened. So here we have here, as we study here, we have three different types of adverb in this example. So we have here the adverb of frequency, we also adverb of time, and the very common or the very basic one that ends with ly is our adverb of or the degree adverb of degree. Okay? So here, we have here another example. So this time we're going to put the proper adverb. So I have here example and we will just fill in the blanks. So for us to help or identify the proper adverb here. So I have here, I have blank seen a leopard in real life. Leopard in silent O. Okay. So what will be the correct adverb here? We have here choices: sleepily, happily, hungry or hungrily, very, daily, never, to, and curiously. So what will be the correct adverb here? So I choose, or we can say the adverb here, or we can use an So we have here in. So again, we have here a preposition at, in, on, and for this given number 5, we use a preposition in. So, because it tells us the century, 19th century. So, another one, number 6. It's very cold here, blank winter. So, winter, it tells us about the season. So, if it's a season, we're going to use a preposition in also. So, okay, number 7. I have here, Jessica was born blank December 18th. So, December 18th. So, we have here an exact date. So, we are going to use the preposition on. Okay. Number 8. We have the temperature drops below 0 blank night. So, night is part of the day, right? So, we are going to use a preposition at. So, here, number 9. Here. The accident happened on Monday night. So, we use the preposition on because it gives us the exact day. So, it refers to the days. Okay, lastly, number 10. We have here, I'll be back blank an hour. So, exact time again. So, we will use the preposition in. I'll be back in an hour. Okay? So, here. As I said earlier about this one naman, we have a preposition of place. So earlier we discussed about the preposition of place. So if we are now going to use a preposition on or in, referring to a place. So what do you think is the answer here? Is it on or in? Or rather it's a, sorry, it's still a preposition of time because summer is a part of the season. So it will be the in because of our, it modifies the season. Okay? So we go to the beach in summer. So here. So we use a preposition in to refers for the months, years, or century, season, or parts of the day. So how about here? My birthday is blank March. So March is a month. So this will be still a preposition in because it refers to the month or exact month. Oh, how about this? The marathon will be blank Saturday. So it refers now to the days. So what will be the preposition here? It should be in or on. So this time it will be on because on is used to refer for days or dates. Okay? So here, I have here, as you can see, this is only a recap. So I have here, um, do you still remember the difference between this preposition above, on, and over? So here, as you can see, here, the lamp or the light is above the table. So here is the lamp. See? See, it's above. It's really above. While on the tables here, what you can see is on the table, it's the flower, right? So meaning it touches the surface. It's touching the table. That's why we use a preposition on. While we use the over, like this, the dog is over the table, or the dog jumping over the table, because it is higher than the um than this surface, but it didn't touch. It's just higher, but it didn't touch the surface. That's why we use the word over. So this is the above, on, and over. Okay? So here. So let's have a game. I have here a picture, right? So as you can see here, the question is, where is the dog? So can you tell me? Um, where is the dog here? So the dog is under the table. So look at this. So the dog is under the table. So next one. So how about this time? Where is the cat? Can you spot the cat? So where is our cat here? So the cat is beside the fish. So you can see here, this is our cat. So the preposition that we use here is the word beside. So it's beside the fish. Okay, beside the fish. Another one. So where is the fish? So we have here. So this time we have here, where is the fish? So it's already given. We can say we have here two. The fish is right of the cat. So it's in the right side of the cat here. And also we can say that the fish is between the cat and the dog food. Okay? So that's how we use our preposition. It's bit it's about a preposition of place. So where is it located? So they are right off the cat, and you can say also between because it's in the middle. So the middle between the cat and the dog food. There is our fish. Another term that we can use also aside from right of is the word beside. So this time it is beside the cat. Okay? The fish is beside the cat. So, so this time, where is the mouse? Can you spot where is the mouse? Where? There you are. So that is our mouse. So the mouse is behind the cat food. As you can see here, we have here the cat food. So it's hiding or behind at the back of the cat food. So this time, where is our flower? Can you spot the flower? Where is our flower located? So the flower is there. You can see? What will be our correct preposition here? So the flower is under the shelf. So this is the shelf. So the flower is here. So it is under the shelf. Okay? So, so this time, the question is, where is the ball? Can you spot the ball? Can you tell me where is the ball? So the ball is there. Found it. So what preposition can we use this? So the ball is between the table and the pot. So the pot or the flower. We can say because it's in the middle. So they are between this table and the pot of flower. Or we can say here what is this? A dog toy or a dog food. So the ball is between the table and the dog food. We can say also that. Mm. Another term that we can use is it's in front. So we can say that it's in front of the flower or it's in front of the dog food. So this time, where is the bird? So we have two kinds of bird here. So we are looking for the normal bird. So where is the bird? Can you spot? Can't you see? Can you see and tell me where's the bird? So it's here. So what can we say? We can say that the bird is above the fish because look, it's higher than the position of the fish. So it's above, it's hanging above the fish, right? We can say also it's above on the table. Another one. Where is the parrot? So, can you spot where is our parrot? Can't you see? So, where is our parrot in the picture? It's in the here, right? So, we can say that the parrot is near the birds or near the bird. We can also say that since it's standing in this wooden material, we can say that the parrot is behind the table. Or we can also say that the parrot is what? Hmm, near the bird. Okay? So that will be our, that's how are we going to use the preposition of place. Okay? So we have here near, the word near. Okay, so that's it. So we already have our pop quizzes today about adjectives, adverbs, comparing adjectives. Also, we have, I hope everybody memorized the orders of adjectives, which is very important. So for us to identify correctly the orders of adjectives. So we also have the preposition, right? And remember also the proper way of using at, in, and on. Okay? When it referring to date or in and the preposition of place. Okay? There's a proper way of using at, on, and in. Okay? Okay? That's it for today. Thank you for your listening.